All right, so the basics of grilling. What I've got done so far, didn't really miss anything. All I did was open up my grill, move my grates out of the way there, pour some charcoal in, and stack it up in a nice pyramid. See, very simple, nothing crazy. That's all there is to it. Then, what you want to do is you want to add lighter fluid and make sure you have a very generous amount there. It doesn't have to be too crazy, no exact science to it. Just make sure you saturate all the briquettes there. And once you get done doing this, you're gonna let it sit for a while. Everyone, you read everywhere, light immediately, blah, 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 all that stuff. Don't do that. Let it sit for a few minutes, let it soak in, then light. It'll guarantee it's gonna stay lit. And that's it, we are just about there. All right, no science to it. As long as it looks like it's done absorbing and it's still sitting on the surface, you know that it's good and saturated. All right, it's been a few minutes. Now I'm ready to light. Once I light all this up, we'll immediately lower it down, put our grates on, and let our grates start getting hot. All right, so how to light. It's very, very simple. Go ahead, throw that there, and watch this. Boom. Blow on it and spread all that fire around real quick. So now there's a couple things you're looking for. Still got some flames going on. You want those to die down completely. You actually want to make it look like it's completely went out. You'll see the white around the edges of the coals there. You want to make sure that all of the briquettes are completely white before you do anything. See, this is what you want. The flames, but smoking real good. Right along the edges. Once it turns completely white, we'll be ready to go. So I've got about 20 pounds worth of food here. Seems awfully excessive. We got some sausage, got some chicken thighs, got some country style ribs. We actually cook quite a bit and then we'll have leftovers to last us a few days because we're too busy during the work week and I happen to be off today. So either way, also I'm doing some sweet peppers. I'll show you how to do that, very easy. But these are the seasonings we're gonna be using. Very basic stuff, nothing crazy. You're gonna get all your salt in this right here, so you will not really need anything else with a lot of salt in it. And yeah, let's get started. Let's start out with just a light dusting of this. Nothing crazy. You shake it side to side like that, keep you from getting too much. All right, this is what's gonna give us a little bit of smoky flavor, nothing crazy. And don't worry about all that mess there. We're outside, it'll clean up. Be very generous with this, give plenty. It's just straight flavor. This here's our garlic. It kind of comes out a little weird, but if you're real careful, you can just give it a light dusting like what you see there. Be very generous with this as well. Lots of garlic, it's real good. And here's a little bit of onion powder. Same thing, light dusting, nothing crazy. We'll be blending all that in just a second. So this part's gonna freak some people out probably, but you can just use your hands there. You don't have to, you can just put some gloves on if you want, but you really wanna get those seasonings coated in there nice and good. And then once you get done doing that, of course you want to just flip and do the other side, all sides the same way. Get plenty of flavor all over it. Just be real careful with that right there. Not too much of that, you get your food real salty. All right, so seasoning in the chicken's gonna be the exact same way. Light dusting of everything, like that, no different. Get both sides. All right, so these coals are ready clearly. So now you want to take them and drag them out nice and even. Make a nice layer of them. like that. And that's gonna be extremely hot. You're releasing all that heat now. So now, you're gonna get your grates, put them right where they belong. Same with the other one, right there. Now you wanna clean it up. All right, so now you just wanna brush all this stuff off here. Works a lot better once the grills are nice and hot. All the stuff will come off much easier. Once we're done with this, wipe it down real good, make sure it's nice and clean. One more time. All right, so cleaning's real simple. I just have a paper towel here with water on it. The heat from this will disinfect these grates, so you ain't gotta worry about anything gross being on there. This is just wiping it down to get any kind of loose debris and stuff off of there. And you're probably gonna singe off all your arm hairs. So there's that. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my chicken, put it on there. All I'm looking for here is searing one side of it. Then I will flip it and sear the other side. And then I'll move it over to the cool side of my grill. That way, on the cool side, the indirect heat will cook it all the way through. We won't end up with any raw chicken. So once I get it all where I want it, I'm gonna close it all up and let it do its thing. All right, got all my food on, got my chicken face side down. I'm gonna close it up so I can get that side seared pretty good. Got all my ribs up top, that way they stay where they're getting all the smoke and indirect heat. Kaneka, the sausage there, move it over there to the direct heat in a little bit to get a good sear. The peppers will do their thing. So you want to make sure if you've got something like this, you got it closed up. Right now it's as closed as it can get. Also on the sides, you want to make sure you got any kind of spots for any air to get in closed up. Make sure all those spots are nice and closed. You want to keep any air from getting to it because that'll keep it as cool as possible. You want it to stay nice and cool, especially right now, because it'll flare up on you and get out of control. All right, so all I've got here is I've flipped my chicken, seared on both sides now, moved it up the top, the cool side, indirect heat, moved my ribs down here. Still got all my stuff over there. I have thrown some pecan in there on top of the coals. That way I get some good smoke on there and I'm letting it do its thing.